UFOs, unidentified flying objects. Scientists, researchers, even military personnel and astronauts have been discussing them for years. Some people swear they've seen, photographed, and filmed them. But all too often, the documents remain secret. In recent months, however, some major governments have begun to make part of their files on the unidentified flying objects public. France began declassification in March 2007, followed by Great Britain in May 2007 and Ecuador in May 2008. In the same period, the Vatican gave its opinion on the matter. Padre José Gabriel Funes released a significant and surprising statement. A belief in the existence of extraterrestrials does not go against the Catholic faith. Of the secret documents that are now accessible to the wider public, the Ecuadorian material is perhaps the most significant and the most fascinating. And soon other Latin American countries may take the same step. The extraordinary change in the Ecuadorian government's stance on UFOs is due above all to the work of investigative journalist Jaime Rodriguez, thanks to his tireless research and his programs broadcast from the Ecuadorian TV channel Ecuavisa. His achievement, made together with the head of state Rafael Correa, is just the latest step in a long journey.
And so on April 5, 2005, the CIFO, or the Ecuadorian Committee for the Investigation of the UFO Phenomenon, was created under the presidency of Colonel Lucio Gutierrez.
Once the committee was created, the military began to work with civilians on a convincing report aimed at persuading the government to break the seal of secrecy on the UFO documents.
Thus we succeeded in obtaining authorization from the then Minister of Defense, Lorena Escudero, which stated as follows. All military personnel may make statements with absolute freedom, and this issue will not lead to the addition of any detail on their CV that might damage their reputation.
The incredible object we're seeing in this video was filmed by an Ecuadorian government official. Once again, it wasn't the first time that this type of UFO had been sighted and filmed. In the 1990s, Victor Chuluiza sighted and filmed this flying object in Ecuador. It looks very similar to the one we've just seen.
When I realized that they actually didn't seem to be airplanes or balloons, I felt a thrill, and I understood that it really wasn't what I had expected. It was a UFO. It must have been 200, 180 meters from here. It was closer, and so it looked larger, and I don't know, maybe the video camera helped me to put it into focus enough to see the image clearly, and I believe it was thanks to the video camera. And one thing that really caught my attention was that it made no noise. I might have thought it was an airplane, a helicopter, but I couldn't hear any noise. And that was what made me get my video camera and start filming. But when I saw it through the video camera, when I saw it from close up, I didn't see the typical saucer shape, but rather the shape of a sort of star, a very particular shape that I had never seen before.
Tarbaca is near San Jose, the capital of Costa Rica. Just before 4 o'clock in the afternoon, Marvin Badia, a young carpenter, was working when he heard a strange buzzing that distracted him from his work. To his intense amazement, the young man saw that the source of the noise was about 100 meters away from him.
I was shaping this table here outside. It was very cloudy. I looked up and saw some sort of object. It was very bright. I looked at it carefully and took out my mobile phone. I saw that it was giving me time to film it, so I started to record. I called my colleague, who was working with a drill, but he didn't hear me. I called him again. I turned towards him, moving the phone, and when I turned back, the object had already gone.
The film that Marvin recorded shows a classic flying saucer hovering just a few meters from the ground. His colleague, William Rivera, didn't hear Marvin shouting over the noise of the drill he was using. Thus, he missed the extraordinary spectacle.
William! William, vea, vea, vea! William!
Various ancient prophecies predict that change is coming to humanity. For Jaime Rodriguez, this hope is a certainty.